Cleveland Park was given to the city of Spartanburg by the Cleveland family in 1921, so the park is almost 100 years old. So in that time, it's kind of like a person that's lived a really long and full life with lots of twists and turns. Lots of different things have happened at Cleveland Park. We've had a zoo here, basketball courts, a swimming pool. None of that's here anymore, so things have really changed over time. Just in the last 5 years, Cleveland Park has gone through a lot of changes. In 2011, there was a miniature train accident. Subsequently, the playground was removed, so all those things that people had enjoyed for decades, the train and the playground and places to bring their family and children to enjoy, were gone. So for a period of about 4.5 years, the park was very quiet. People were still walking around the park. They're using the event center. They're using the picnic shelters, but really it was quiet for the most part. There were a lot of plans happening at that time where people within the Parks Department and the county wanted to see something good here again, wanted to make those plans. We got with the community. We did a couple of community meetings. We met with all the kids at Cleveland Academy of Leadership, with a playground designer, and they gave their input, and plans started to develop to do a community build playground right here on this beautiful park that has so much history in Spartanburg.
The Mary Black Foundation is delighted to be a funding partner of the Cleveland Park Playground. Our business is to provide, to promote the health and wellness of the citizens of Spartanburg County, and particularly we have two focus areas: healthy eating, active living, and early childhood development. So this plays very well into our goals for our community, and we are delighted to see that this park is a connector. It's bringing neighborhoods together, and it's bringing the citizens of the community together.
We're facilitating a large community transformation project here in Northside that's really focused on creating a safe, strong, and thriving Northside. That involves lots of work with community residents, as well as institutions like Wofford and the hospital in Spartanburg County on this park that we're talking about right now. One thing that's super exciting about the plan tonight is its connection to what the neighbors really want here in Northside. Often when we do visioning exercises, the neighbors talk about a place to come and recreate, a place to come with their families, to hang out, and the work that the county has done to develop both Berry Field and also the park to be a place where the community can come is really exciting, and I think will be something that our organization can leverage for years to come as we work to create a new Northside, where both folks who live here now choose to stay and those who have a choice in where they live choose to move.
And once Cleveland Park shut down, we realized that the families needed somewhere to go, so we took a project on as far as building a community park for the community. And that's what we did. We got funds for grant money, and we was able to get money together to be able to build a community park. Ended up having like 300 volunteers to come out and do that. Now to have Cleveland Park open back up, I think this is just awesome because you still got so many families that have to go as far as to Greenville just to spend family time as far as outside wise with playground and all that. So having it being built here is just awesome, and the fact that the Berry Field, my babies is into sports and everything, so awesome.
We are so excited about the county's project here in Cleveland Park. It is going to be a fabulous addition of resources and amenities to a neighborhood that straddles the city and county line, and so it's a benefit to both jurisdictions, and it's a great example of partnership. And I know that a lot of time and effort has gone into figuring out the optimal way to make use of this facility, and I believe they've struck a beautiful balance between recognizing the past and planning for the future and supporting the community around the park that can walk to it on a regular basis. So we're just thrilled to be a very small partner in the equation, and appreciative of the County Council and their leadership to get this done.
And I am so excited to see that the Cleveland Park project is starting to move forward. We have had a great partnership with Spartanburg County Parks in the past, and we hope to continue that partnership. We have so many families in the city of Spartanburg who are looking forward to being able to enjoy Cleveland Park once it's restored back to its old glory.
Spats is very excited about this project because currently 120 miles approximately of trail exists throughout Spartanburg County. What is the issue is connectivity. This project will connect Cleveland Park and Berry Field and through the underpass, which is a very exciting project, and therefore connect to other existing trails and sidewalk to make a complete transportation system for walking and biking.
Excited to see this revitalization. Definitely is going to be a great project to bring back this area of our community. Really working on getting more economic improvement coming in with this atmosphere. I'm glad to see this coming back up. It's definitely an important issue and something we need to certainly look into and have some great project on.
And I'm really in a support role for the Parks Department and this particular project. I'm there to help coordinate the adoption of the plans by County Council and to help with the funding for the project, which is so important. It also gives me a chance to be a cheerleader on the sidelines for something as spectacular as bringing this particular community a vibrant new opportunity for that calm time, that playtime with their families, and just a chance to enjoy an oasis here in town.
I grew up in this area. What they're calling the north side is one of the areas that I grew up. I was there from probably age 3 to age 12 and had great experiences. I actually went to what was Fremont Elementary School, and then I went to Cleveland Junior High School, and then on to Spartan High. But in that time of growing up in this area, we experienced great times here at Cleveland Park. I can remember as a little child riding the train. Matter of fact, I have a picture of myself, about 5 years old, and my uncle, who would have been about 9, right behind the engineer on the train as we rode the train. We used to go swimming here all throughout my growing up days at the Cleveland Park swimming pool, which was a wonderful thing. And then as I got older, groups of us from Spartan Mill would get together, and as we walked down Magnolia Street, others from the houses would come in and we'd have a group of about 15 or 16 all going to Cleveland Park swimming pool. And we'd get there in the morning when they opened up and we'd stay there until they closed at 5 or 6 at night. And then we'd all walk back. And I did that one summer every single day. So I have great memories as a tween or preteen of doing those things. And the neighborhoods were so safe. You didn't worry about your children as long as they were in a group going and walking that distance, because you knew everything was going to be fine. You had the local city police that were our friend, and you knew if anything happened, you could always count on them for assistance. So we had a great time growing up here. One of the things I remember about Cleveland Park that many people probably don't know is that there actually was a zoo here. I remember as a very small child visiting the zoo, and I can remember there was like a lion and a tiger, there was chimpanzees and monkeys. It was just a great avenue to come. Even as recently as a few years ago, we've had birthday parties here for my granddaughter. This is just a wonderful place, and to know that we are going to revive it and make it better is something that every citizen that I've talked to, either by email or in person or by texting, have all said the same thing. It's time. It's time for us to move on, and it's time for us to make this the wonderful place that we all remember it to be. And that's what the plan is, to revitalize this area and make this park a park that not only the children are going to enjoy, especially with a lot of the safety features that we're putting in, but also that the adults are going to enjoy as far as the walking trails, the accessibility, ADA accessibility for people with infirmities, so that they can enjoy the trail as well. And to be able to connect Berry Field with Cleveland Park by way of the creek access going under Asheville Highway, I think is going to be a big plus for us.
Well, my name is Tony Thomas, and I'm president of the Neighborhood Association, Northside Neighborhood Association, and I'm a Northside Voyager as well. It's a team of 8 of us, and we're a group that's in place to help the transition from the way it is now into the new Northside. So I'm very excited about what's going on in Cleveland Park and how it's going to affect the overall outlook in the community. I think it's going to just bring people together, and that's our focus here, is we want to bring people together. We want an all-inclusive community where everybody's enjoying the neighborhood, where we take care of our elderly and our children, have our children somewhere safe to play. And I'm looking forward to all of the changes that I've heard about at Cleveland Park, and I'm looking forward to the community, coming out and seeing a new Cleveland Park. There haven't been much activity at Cleveland Park in the past few years because of the incident that occurred earlier. And I hope that people will find that it's a new place, a safer place, and a place where they can bring their family and come out and make this community great. I think just not only for our community, but for greater Spartanburg, the city of Spartanburg, that this is great. And I'm just looking forward to it. I've heard great things. I'm going to go out in a moment and see some of the new stuff that's coming, but I'm just looking forward to it, and I think it's great.
Everything that's being redeveloped, all the transformation plans that's taking effect is very, very special to me. I'm very excited about it. I am currently a Northside Voyager. It's a resident-led leadership group, and I am an active member of the Neighborhood Association. I also am a board member for the Northside Development Group. And in being involved in the community is exciting, it's work, and it's a process by which we go through. I mean, when mistakes are made or things that we don't know about, we work diligently to find out what we need to know so that we can pass that information on to the neighbors. And I'm very excited to be here today for the Cleveland Park proposal plan and Berry Field, because over the past several years, especially since the terrible accident, the park is being utilized with parents, families having picnics, but it's not a lot of activity at all with the children. And I think it's very important that it's being redeveloped for our children and families throughout, not just Northside, but throughout the Spartanburg area. It's key. The kids need some place to go and play safely. And it's just an awesome opportunity to be able to come in and take a look at the plans that's going forward and to be able to comment. It's been exciting to be a part of the planning for the transitional phases in the community all along, and I'm thankful to be a part of this as well. We look forward to it, and we're hoping we'll do anything we can to help as Voyager teammates and as a neighbor.
My name is Michael Brown. I am a District 1 representative of Spartanburg County Council. Cleveland Park is actually in my district proper. Being a lifelong resident of this park, having utilized this park when I was a kid, as well as seeing the opportunities for my family members to come here throughout my lifetime, it's just great to see where this park is going. You know, I've seen some initial revitalization of this park several years ago, and you see from the waterway system here and just some of the improvements around it. But what we're looking at right now is a total transformation, and I'm just excited. You know, to think about what parks can do to generate truly life into a community. It's just wonderful knowing that this is going to happen here in the surrounding area for Cleveland Park. I know there's a Northside initiative that also is going to change the makeup and look up of this community. That's just going to fall right in hand with what's happening here at Cleveland Park. So, you know, I'm just really excited this is going on.
It was a scary proposition because the playground company, Leathers and Associates, said we needed 2,600 volunteers over 17 4-hour shifts, and that you know, we needed different committees to do different things. We needed to get tools, people to donate tools to build this playground, and all of a sudden we were thinking, how is this going to happen? And the beautiful thing is that Spartanburg made it happen. People from nonprofits, the colleges, businesses, churches, just every entity that you can think of in this community, they all came together. People approached us about how they could help. And, you know, really important organizations like the United Way said, we can help you because we already have a database that we work with to get information out to volunteers about volunteer projects that they can be a part of. And Renfro Brothers, for example, you know, they came to us and said, how can we help? And, you know, they have that large equipment or access to that large equipment that we didn't have, like cranes and earth movers and major tools, and then the manpower. I mean, kids from colleges and every high school in the county, and people taking time off from their businesses and and church folks coming out, you know, on a Sunday, you know, instead of going to church, they were out here on Sunday morning working. And I can't tell you the feeling that all of us in the Parks Department had seeing all these people just come out in droves every single day for 6 days of a build from dawn to dusk, and just putting their heads down and working and creating a beautiful place and a fun place, you know, to bring life back into this beautiful park that had had such great life and so many great memories for generations. And I think that's why people did come out, because they had memories, because they were passionate about this park, and because they're passionate about their community. And you know, it makes you proud. It makes you proud to be a part of, the project, but it also makes you proud to be a part of a community that cares, and a community. It was one of the most beautiful things that I've witnessed, because people from all walks of life came together. And then I also want to say that the Easler family lost a child in the miniature train accident. They lost Benji, and without their grace and their support, because they came out here every day during the build and gave words of encouragement to the volunteers. And I think that just had a tremendous impact on people, that they were doing this for a really good reason, to bring something good back for the community, so that maybe the Easlers could have some closure, feel something good about, that something good came out of something so tragic. And so my greatest thanks, really, at the end of the day, goes to them, because they lost what we all know is the most precious thing that you can lose. And yet they came together with the community to support going forward and providing something for children in the years to come. So I thank them. I thank every single person in this community that was involved in the project, and County Council, because County Council and the administration of Spartanburg County really spearheaded approving this to happen. County Council appropriated a considerable amount of funds to the Cleveland Park project, but we did need to seek additional funds from donors in the community, and Mary Black Foundation really stepped up to the plate initially with a $50,000 challenge grant. So we had to raise an additional $50,000. And I'd really like to thank Mary Black Foundation, along with the City of Spartanburg, Spartanburg Regional Foundation, Lowe's, and Renfro Brothers for bringing those additional funds to that challenge grant. We couldn't have done it without them. So now we just have a great place for people to be, and I mean, picnic shelters at Cleveland Park have tripled in use since the park opened in March, and the use of the playground is absolutely insane. We don't even have enough parking at Cleveland Park on a lot of days. So we know that we did the right thing. The community did the right thing.